Hello, friends. Welcome back to Nelly Max Concept. Today, I have an interesting question to solve with you, and I believe you are going to enjoy the question. Okay, let's get to it. Right. The question I have for you is just this question. It says, find the value of A if A is equal to 1 minus 1 over 2 squared all into 1 minus 1 over 3 squared multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 4 squared on and on multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 50 squared. It's actually an interesting question. Don't forget that in between 1 minus 1 over 3 squared and 1 minus 1 over 50 squared, there are 1 minus 1 over 4 squared multiplying 1 minus 1 over 5 squared. That continues till 1 minus 1 over 49 squared, which multiplies 1 minus 1 over 50 squared. So it's actually a long multiplication. Okay, it's a very long multiplication, and you will be wondering, how do I even solve this kind of question? And interestingly, calculator is not always needed for this kind of question. Okay, in fact, using calculator will make it more difficult and time consuming. So if you have ever solved this kind of question, you will believe with me that what is just important here is to study the question. There is always a pattern. Okay, once you can get the pattern, then you are done. In less than a minute, you are done. Okay, so it is not hard at all. Okay, let's look at the solution so that you will believe with me. Let's look at the solution. All right. So, solution. We have this as given to us. We are asked to find the value of A. Okay? The question requires us to multiply these expressions together and get a single value, a particular value for A. And it is very, very simple. Okay. Now let's study the question, or let's study each expression. As I said earlier, whenever you have this kind of question, just look at it. There must be a pattern. There must be a pattern. Okay? Now when we look at 1 minus 1 over 2 squared, what do you think it suggests? Yes, I can see that 1 minus 1 over 2 squared can be expressed as a difference of two squares. Yes, 1 is the perfect square. Then 2 squared is 4, and 4 is also a perfect square. Okay? Likewise, 3 squared is 9, which is also a perfect square. Okay? Then 50 squared is also a perfect square. And 1, as I said earlier, is a perfect square. So whenever you have two perfect squares separated by a minus sign, then we always talk about difference of two squares. And you know how a difference of two squares is always expressed in mathematics. You know, when you have a squared minus b squared, it is always expressed as a minus b into a plus b. I think you are familiar with that. Yes, yes, all of us, we are familiar with the difference of two squares. So what we are going to do is to express each of these expressions as difference of two squares. When we are done with that, then there will be a resultant pattern which we should also look at, and the answer will be looking at us. Okay, let's go. Yes, we have been able to express the expressions in form of difference of two squares. As you can see, 1 squared minus 1 over 2 squared can be expressed as 1 minus 1 over 2 all into 1 plus 1 over 2. Okay, that's for this. Okay. Then let's look at 1 minus 1 over 3 squared. As I said earlier, when you have difference of two squares, it can be expressed as, like, let's assume you have a squared minus b squared. Okay, it is always expressed as a minus b all into a plus b. So we continue. 1 minus 1 over 3 squared can be expressed as 1 minus 1 over 3 all into 1 plus 1 over 3. And that continues, that goes on and on. You know, before 1 minus 1 over 50 squared, we have 1 minus 1 over 49 squared. I hope you know it is just in the dot. Okay? Yes, it is inclusive. Okay? Even 1 minus 1 over 4 squared is also inclusive. You know, as I said earlier, it ranges from 1 minus 1 over 2 squared, then to 1 minus 1 over 50 squared. So 1 minus 1 over 49 squared can be expressed as a difference of two squares, like 1 minus 1 over 49 all into 1 plus 1 over 49. And finally, 1 minus 1 over 50 squared can be expressed as 1 minus 1 over 50 multiplying 1 plus 1 over 50. And that is just all. Okay? So the next thing we do is to work on each of the brackets. Okay, let's find the LCM. Okay, we'll simplify each of the brackets and we'll see what we have. Okay, so as you can see, 1 minus half is half. Or better still, you can just find the LCM. The LCM of 2 and 1 is 2. Okay, you do that to get 1. Then 1 plus half is 3 over 2. Then 1 minus 1/3 is what? 2 over 3. Then 1 plus 1/3 is what? 4 over 3. Then times on and on times 1 minus 1 over 49 is 48 over 49 multiplied by 1 plus 1 over 49, which is 50 over 49. Okay, then lastly, 1 minus 1 over 50 is 49 over 50 times 1 plus 1 over 50, which gives us 51 over 50. Okay, so at this juncture, you can see with me that there are common numbers that can cancel themselves, like 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 48 and 48, 49 and 49, 50 and 50, and just like that. Okay, so let us look at these expressions very well and see the possible numbers to cancel out. Okay, as you can see, 2 can cancel 2, all right? Then 3 can go with 3. Then after this 4 over 3, don't forget, if we had filled up this dot, we would be having 3 over 4 right here. Look at my mouse, look at my pointer. Okay, so if we had completed the dot, we'll be having 3 over 4 just after 4 over 3. Okay, so if that be the case, then this 3 that I'm pointing at right now, we cancel this 3 that is here. Of course, it is there. It is just there, but it is hidden. Okay. All right. So, and 4, we cancel this hidden 4. All right. And that, so many things will happen in between. Okay. So many cancellations will happen in between until there is a 48 here. Look at my pointer. That will cancel this 48, and there's a 49. There's a 49 here that will cancel a 49 here. Okay, and that continues. 49 goes with 49, 50 goes with 50, and finally we are left with half and 51 over 50. Yes, very simple. You see, the long expression has been shortened or has been simplified. It has been reduced to half, multiplying 51 upon 50, and that gives us 51 over 100. That is the answer. You don't have to punch calculator to get this done. Okay, so it is just that simple. All right, so it means the value of A is what? 51 over 100. That is all about what I have for you today. So, as an Olympiad student, as a further maths student, you always have questions like this. So, whenever you have questions like this, don't panic. Don't rush your calculator. It may not help. Okay? Yes. Just try to study the question and know the pattern that exists in that question. Okay? Bring out the pattern, make it visible like we did here, and the answer will be looking at you. Thank you so much. See you in the next lesson.